Good morning, good morning. How come are you doing? That's right. How are you doing this morning in here? I hope the message find you good and well, but not what's happening in US Capitol Hill. That's right. Yesterday we see many of the riots really getting into the US, parliament, we call it, right? But the market, that's right, the US Dow Jones did not take it very well, or did it take it very well? What do you think? Yes, it took it very well. As a matter of fact, it actually went up as high as 400 points before closing 200 points. And a lot of the tech stocks and a lot of the green energy movement, and this is also due to the Georgia seats, which is the Senate seats, was taken up by the two Senates from the Democrat over the Republican, and that's why we see Democrat eventually controlling the full the presidential as well as the Senate and the House. So that means major power to the Democrat. That's why a lot of green sectors is doing well, and I do think in some ways the green sector will also do well in the Malaysian sector. Now on our Malaysian market, as we have seen so far, we have the political development by the coalition party wanting to disband the parliament and GE15. So that's causing this market to temporarily suspend almost. That's why we see the market continue to reverse. Let's look at all the charts that we have for you this morning here, right? And we can see, let me just get back to the main chart here. All right, that's right. And where we have for you, right? Okay, now we all seen this, the winners, right, for our Christmas giveaway, and we have CK Chia, and a lot of them, really the key message I really want to talk about is the 2021 is going to be a profitable year. Now it's important that the reader as well as the audience in here who reads a lot of our blog are able to focus outside of Malaysia, and that's one of the things that we want to do going forward with the SmartRobie that we intend to launch is the US market in here. Now, as I said before, we have seen a lot of development locally, may not be that positive, but definitely looking at the US market, it is good. And then the whole point is to able to train, and trade with a plan and confidence in here. And SmartRobie will definitely want to make it simple, but all in all, it's a discipline to able to follow it, just like one of the reader in his mentor said, that the intelligent guider, they're able to provide with you some sort of a plan to trade. But today is the Friday agenda that we have our breakfast show. That's right, trading with the stock trade idea from SmartRobie, and we'll be focusing a lot on the advanced level, on the premium alert. Definitely be looking also at some past lessons in here. Now some of you may have want me to look at some stocks in here. Do put it in there so I will able to look at it shortly in here. All right, let's move on, and we do appreciate if you could share this breakfast show in your timeline so more people can enjoy some of the work and also the ideas that we talk about in here. Now let's look at the headlines that we have. Now the bank stocks, that's right, this morning a lot of the media were focusing on the bank stock. They are down but not definitely out, and this is talking about the recovery that we've seen in the market in here. Definitely banking stocks. Let's look at one of the more favorite one is Public Bank, and you can see from SmartRobie how are they doing now. Banking stocks, like it or not, is fairly the barometer. Okay, the barometer, and let me just bring up the chart here. Right, you can see nothing as much yet. You can see we did have a spring on the left hand side of the chart. Let me just change the chart here a bit, so you can see we have a left hand side on the Public Bank. So that's a spring, which means it may just hold above the $20 in here. That's not taking up any higher, and this is also partly of the banks are recovering well on the Singapore market. If you look at the SGX D05, the DBS banks are doing, it's just that our Malaysian market is just not following the trend that is set up in here, and that's why we always talk about able to look outside of the KLSE pond, and SmartRobie were able to guide you or teach you eventually when we have combined the KLSE, the SGX, and the US market in here. So that's definitely something that we should look forward for 2021. So this article basically talk about the slower recovery. The banks are there, definitely for sure, but it will just take a bit more time to go through. Now this morning, let's look at the market. You can see Let me just show you in here. The KLSE is just up 1 point. That's it. It is still in the bearish rating of 85%. We still need that market to break back up. As I can show you in here, you can see. Let me just pinch this up. We have two springs on the left hand side. Market continue to drift lower in here, but staying above the 1600. Definitely we have broken through the ATR stop loss. You can see the ATR stop loss previously was 1620 over. We always take the higher of the ATR stop loss. So remember guys, those of you listening in here, you want to take above the higher of the ATR stop loss, so 1620 over here. So that's what we have. Now let's move on to our next story that we have is Nova. Now Nova Wellness here, which is been upgraded and moving over to the main board from the ACE. So let's look at the stocks, and I do believe this morning or last night we have a green pentagon over here. That's right, green pentagon over here, 87. And if you like this company that do nutraceutical, very similar to BioAlpha, this Nova Wellness is definitely look at. Let's look at the stock price this morning in here. What's there to buy? It's still at 90 cents, no change at all in here. And it's listed on the ACE market in 2018. Let's take a look at the fundamentals, whether this is have some merits to it. So fundamental is not too bad. A rating of 2. That's right, a rating of 2 in here. Does pay a dividend. It's very, very small, as you can say before. It's only 284 million small caps currently the ACE market in here. It's overvalued because you have the PE of 20 times with the ROE of 15 times, 15% only. Okay, so something to consider. Of course, there are much better one. Now, do take note with the KLSE pointing downwards, a lot of stocks may just stay stagnant or move sideways. They may not have the kind of or power to move unless we'll be looking at the premium alert in here. All right, let's take a look at what we have for you next. Now, next in our story is about KESM. Now, KESM has certainly moved up higher. They are moving into automotive though. So this is one of those very nice trending stock which is going up. So you can see the CEO coming up there. They're going to automotive, the Tesla cars. You can see, right? If you just type TSLA on your trading view, you can see Tesla certainly move. I got some of my Tesla stocks around 450 at the green pentagon. Again, this is from our SmartRobie US, which will be coming in here. Now, I think it's about $780 in here. So that's something good for you to think about if the Malaysian pond is something you want to divest beyond. Now, by looking at the KESM, now let's look at KESM here. KESM, and we hit that bar over here. So you can see from the stock chart. Right, let me just switch to a bigger screen for you here. You can see right now, not so good. We have the red pentagon. So if you have KESM, maybe it's time to take a bit of partial profit in here. And let's look at the price this morning in here, and where is it going? And this morning is up 5.9%, probably because due to the news that you see in here, the expansion to the LED automotive, right? LED motor automotive, that's good. Now, then the question always falls back, is it good to trade or not? And again, I will go back to look at the trading plan, as they say from here. And what did he say? Let me just click on that one. Trading plan is 1388. So it's okay to go in by the trading plan. Okay, going at the trading plan in here above the 1388 if you want to buy back in here. All right. So coastal contract on the sector of energy is something that you might want to check out if you have time over there. Right. Let's move on to our next story. Okay, so our next story is the packaging like Sintex and Tongguan. These are currently in play like SLP. So let's look at Sintex, right? Which one of the stocks I've talked about much earlier. Very good fundamentals, right? Again, when I first talked about it was around $6-8 and started to move up in here. So the article talked about the higher resin, which will cause some of these margin to shrink as such. Maybe there's some opportunity you want to take profit. But let's look at Sintex, what we have this morning in here. Definitely it is moving in a sideways market. You could see switching to a bigger chart here, just holding above $12 in here. Now this would be a longer fundamental play. By looking at the stock fundamental, hit that stock fundamental again. You can see this is used to be Sintex rated 6, but it has gone higher. So you can see now the PE is only 15 times. Before that, it was much lower, so making it as undervalued. So this stock now definitely overvalued. You can see inside in here by -4%. So it definitely looking at a sell. It doesn't pay any dividend as such right now. It has a 6 billion market cap, so definitely one of the bigger market cap over there. So again, what's going to be in here? Let's look at the trading plan. Let's look at exit strategy first, because I assume you are in. Then think to exit at 11.88. Target price is $14. Okay, so you can see in here you have okay, let me just pinch it up a bit. You can see, yep, $14. It's a good target price if you are on Sintex, because right now we have red pentagon, as I said before, on the backdrop of the KLSE, which is orange trend zone. Things it's not going to move up that easily. It's going to move sideways, and there is definitely a bias on the downside. So take note of that one. All right. So far, I don't see any charts you guys want to look at it. Maybe SmartRobie is doing a great job, right? Advising you, or assisting you whether you should be in or out. When usually I get a lot of please look at this chart. But you all know, right? My style has always been look at the SmartRobie. SmartRobie is an extension from a lot of my personal analysis, and we put it into a robot just for you. All right, let's move to the next section, which is the US market. Now, remember, US market yesterday rose despite the chaos that we see in the US Capitol Hill, and it's higher right now at above 31,000. My first prediction definitely will be 33,000 coming soon. Maybe just after the inauguration, we will see this market continue. It's going to hit very fast, the 31,000 in here. Now, if you've been following the Breakfast Show, I always update you on the US market. I do have a portfolio on both sides, US and Malaysia. It's just that Malaysia is not in the trend, and the political situation doesn't seem to be very rosy. And if you catch me tomorrow, I will talk more some of those trending idea, okay, for 2020. What are the top stocks that I do have, and some of those maybe you want to take a look at it, and I'm going to be reviewing them on tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow at 2 p.m. More on that on the later slide in here. All right. Now, let's look at the highlights. Some of the highlight on 4th of December on Premium Alert. You could see the Premium Alert usually, let's get back to that slide again. More on a very shorter term, you could see it hit 55% in 3 days and 14% in 6 days. So this is where today is the advanced class. We want to be looking at the what we call the hourly chart. Okay, the hourly chart on the trading view, which is so much better in here. Now, of course, here we want to also look at some lesson learned for our one trade. That is one of those trades that's certainly on the 18th of October, which I'm going to share with you right now. Okay, OCR. Okay, now if you look at OCR on the 18th of October, this was that chart. That's right. You can see 18th of October. On hindsight, switching back to hourly chart, you could see, right, we have one of the highest volume here. At that time, 10 o'clock when we did this about 2 weeks ago, right, I felt that the market could go higher, but we all know 18th of December. And if you look back, this actually ties back to our KLCI. Let me just bring up the KLCI here. Okay, KLCI, yep, hit it here, right? You can see, right, on the, okay, let me just switch it back to in here. So you can see 18, this is the, you notice on the left hand side, on the 20th of December, around 18th of December, it is the same timing. So that's why it's important when you look at the market, you don't need to be in the market every day, right? But why I demonstrate to you the alert, you'll see there is a lot of characteristics between the main index, the KLCI, and how it influences stocks like OCR. So you can see on the 18th of December, that also corresponds on the left hand side, which where the market turned red pentagon. So definitely you can see the red pentagon, follow it, you could be out, and also that was a climatic volume. Now let me just switch to a daily chart here. You could see, right, now if we are switch to a daily chart, let me just expand this. You can see this is where you see the climatic volume. Now Tom told me in Trade VSA, now Tom is the father of volume spread analysis. This is something that we teach in our masterclass, and the next one is on February, something you want to take a look to really study more about volume spread analysis. Definitely an opportunity for you to upgrade your skill in the coming months, and really, to make the kind of good returns that we talk about in here. Even if KLSE don't provide you, our syllabus will cover the US market in here. So definitely a point to take note from all this is climatic volume. All right, when you see climatic volume and we have this indicator in here, you want to be careful. But right now you can see market already turned red pentagon. That's right, already turned red pentagon in here. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so that's one of the lesson learned is if the market you need to exit, you will need to exit. But if the market doesn't turn, now very important when we do a lot of this premium alert, the follow through need to be there. The follow through need to be there. If there's no follow through, you can see OCR has at that point when we took this trade, it broken up all the old high. We thought it could have a follow through. Instead, it just could not, and it does look like a false breakout or a distribution bar in here. We don't get it right all the time, definitely for sure. We don't get it right, but we want to learn a lesson. That's right, we learn a lesson from in here, then we can move on to better stocks with better qualities, and that will enhance your trading or investing. All right, now let's go on to what I have for today. Now let's take a look at the premium alert that we have this morning. There are two more stocks, and let's see how well we'll do. Again, going back to the idea here, right? On the backdrop of the KLSE, okay, you can actually watch this. You don't need to trade this, but we want to look at Euro right now. Okay, first one is Euro. Definitely, Euro is one of those stocks continue to make higher and higher, and you can see in here after the hourly chart. Now this is the daily chart. You can see market from 30th of December onwards, it's just sort of went up by almost 100%. Now Euro is let's look at the news on Euro. Okay, that is something very positive. Some of you may have have Euro and then making a lot of money. That's great, fantastic. Okay, let's look at the stock fundamental for Euro. It's still a minus company, still negative loss making. So this is really generally a very speculative kind of nature of a stock. Let's look at okay, let me take a look at Euro. Oh, Euro are furnitures. Okay, so maybe they're going into something that I'm not aware of. Maybe the healthcare, right? So you can see Euro here. There you go. You come and think of it, they're just making furnitures, things like that. So how is this possible? Again, fundamentally, it doesn't make sense. So definitely, it is a strictly trading stock. So those of you who have slow, faint heart, maybe you don't want to trade this, but definitely from a chart wise, you have a test and the line change. That's one of the reasons why we choose it. And we don't really have that climatic volume showed by the turquoise in here. So this one may see another upside movement from in here. So the Euro is one of the stocks we are looking at. So the next one is that came out from our here is, okay, you can take a look at it, is number 2, Carepls. So let's take a look at Carepls. Okay, there's another one someone to look at. Okay, there are some stocks. Carepls. I will look at some of the questions that you have. So Carepls looks pretty good. This is the hourly chart, looks very nice. On the daily chart, finally turning green pentagon. So that's a very nice setup too. All the way down, 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 and then finally turning green pentagon just on the 6th of January. And that's what premium alert pick it. I mean, if I have to, put a trade, of course, Carepls will be much better in terms of the setup compared to Euro, but Euro is trending up in here. So use a bit of discretion in selecting the stocks. We only can learn from all our ways of trading. That's all that we can do. Right? Make sure every lessons, every trade that we do, we try to have a lesson so we will learn and able to move on to the next trade. Okay, and let's move on to what we have for you. Okay. So the lessons I want to share with you on the daily basis is about the stepping volume. All right. Now, if you look at this chart here, okay, switching to hourly chart, all right, you can see there is the market, right? When it steps up here, you can see, okay, maybe, yeah, you can see step up here. The volume is stepping up. Okay, let me just push you to the side. You can see it much better. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. So you can see as the market go higher, you want to step up. When the market retreat back, there's a step down here, and that's what we're doing. And then finally, you got a one line change. Again, if you are active trader, you might want to upgrade this to hourly chart. You can see here we have another climatic volume. There was a step down and then the market broke up. Yes, no doubt on the hourly chart you have a climatic volume, but but this market has sort of bottomed up. If you look at the daily chart, you can see that's sort of bottom up in here, and then you have to finally the Pentagon. And guess what? You have also an NS to back it up. So some of those good setup does qualify it a much better trade, and perhaps in a way a lower risk too. All right. So take note of that one in here. So Carepls is the stocks that we have picked out of those two deal with matter. Now, some of you wanted me to look at just now Nova. Okay, and you can look at Nova MSC. So Nova MSC on the daily chart, you could see it actually turned this one. Nova MSC has just turned green pentagon. Okay, just turned green pentagon inside here. Could that be because of the news that we see so far? All right, news that we see so far in here. And okay, there's another one. Some of you guys want me to look at. I would take a look at them. Okay, and we have GPA. So Nova's looks pretty good because the green pentagon. GPA. Now GPA are very simple Let's switch on to GPA here. I assume you have it, isn't it, right? So let's look at GPA, switching into a bigger mode. And if you have it, just type exit strategy. All right. So exit at 9 cents. Okay, so we are 9 cents will be here. So exit at 9 cents, and it says that it's already in red and the bearish orange trend zone. However, GPA may move sideways, can go higher from now. Be ready to exit if we break through the stop loss, which is 9 cents inside here. But if you do exit, maybe you want to look at other stocks. Definitely right now, this market is trending downwards. So the likelihood you need to hold on. Right, I think the more important lesson is that the willingness to cut loss. Right, if you don't cut loss, how are you going to look for the next horse to ride? Just like Euro and also Carepls. If you just hold on to our losses and hope, that's not a strategy. So these are some of the things I want to talk about on Saturday. That's right, one of the events tomorrow at 2 p.m. And certainly on the 16th of January, we will be our value growth investing course, which is very reasonable. We find it, all you got to do is just activate the monthly pass of SmartRobie, and it's a one-day course. We start at 10 to 2. I will talk more about that in later slide in here. Okay, let's look at some of you. The rubber glove seems to be coming back. Okay, D and O all are okay. Let's look at Gadang. Okay, again Gadang already broken up. Let's again very simple. If you ask me, I always use SmartRobie. Okay. SmartRobie is my guide here. I look at Gadang, I look at exit strategy. The only question comes back to whether you want to follow or don't want to follow. Okay, Gadang break through ATR. Oh, it broke below ATR stop loss, so must be up lah. Okay, it says broke below ATR stop loss in red. Is downtrend and can go lower. Okay, so it all depends whether what's your strategy in here. As soon as you have red pentagon, if you have bought here and exit here, you make a small profit, or you could just take some profits over here, then you'll be fine. Okay, let's look at next one. Asia Ply, Asia Poly, again same thing lah. Like what was the other one just now? I just look at apa itu tadi? GPA. That's right. Now it's very important. Try not to hold losing trades. Okay, if you look at Asia Poly, probably if I'm not bet you one is Asia Poly. Okay, and you hit that one and you go on to stock fundamental. I mean, if you want to hold, make sure there's some fundamental lah. Yeah, there's some fundamental inside there. PE of 34, ROE of 4, but definitely overpriced stock in here. Now, any chance for this to go up, you have to wait until the green pentagon to come up. That's right. Yep, just have to wait for the green pentagon to come up. Meanwhile, did you give any talk on 6th of May? Did ask me, no, because 6th of on Wednesday we actually had a special session for all our masterclass. One of the things that the people ask me is that, hey, I've been attending so many of your talks. Then people who join my program, no benefit. So I said, okay. So those people who join my masterclass, I do a bit more service for them with my coaches. So we try to train them, give them a few more powerful strategy, which I'm going to share with you later on, so they can make more money. Else people say, free and you pay. So what's the difference? So of course, my my services is to all of you. Those of you who have joined our program, definitely we want to give you more. Those who are ready to upgrade eventually, do join us then. I mean, the whole point of it, I think that we want to give back value to all of you, right? So far, I think SmartRobie has done pretty well, able to advise you many instances. Definitely, I'm very excited when SmartRobie US come up. I've told my coaches on Friday night, I'll be doing the in the evening after 10:15 when Zac finish. I will probably do a Friday session on the US Robie market insight. That's a lot of opportunity there. You can see Teslas are moving up. Apple are moving up. I think more importantly, some of those of you who wrote to me and they say, the Malaysian bond are drying up. What does that mean? The KLSE is not going anywhere. I mean, when you look at this stock in front of you, Asia Poly, going down, right? Well, where is the opportunity? I mean, let me just switch to, Tesla for you, okay? Okay, and you can hit that one. You can see the difference now, right? So this is the point where I enter at the green pentagon, around 450 in here, right? Now, if you just drag your stocks, okay, here, opening, you can see how many percent return? 81% return, right? So it doesn't take a genius, isn't it? For me also same thing, right? I always tell people, you go fishing also look for fish got pond lah. Correct, no? So those are things that I suppose you've been following me. I want to highlight to you. It's the same system, right? You know how fast I switch over. Now this TSSL, let me just switch back to Asia Poly. Same thing, brother, right? Everything the same. Asia Poly go down, right? Your choice. As I said before, all of us, we have to be open-minded. Okay, open-minded. Of course, that's where joining the masterclass has its merits, isn't it? That's where we try to guide you for the next 12 months. That's right, for the next 12 months. If you have bought Tesla 80% return, you put 10,000. Okay, 10,000, 80% is how much? Okay, that's $8,000. Cover back already, right? Okay, so that's just a thought for the day. All right, let's move on to some of the stocks you guys wanted to D Pharma or Thrive. Okay, I'll probably do the last one, D Pharma. And D Pharma also going down. Okay, so same story like GPA, this kind of thing. You need to have a valid reason to really hold the fundamental. I suppose D Pharma, you want to hold it and sort of wait. Technically wise, it's not good. So you got to anticipate that when the vaccine come to Malaysia, eventually after March, all this thing going to be jalan. If it doesn't jalan, then you have to learn to cut lah. Right? I suppose that's the message I wanted to give out. Right? C19. I wonder what's C19. Oh, COVID-19. Yes. COVID-19 is getting worse. That's right. We have 3,000. My concern is that when you hit 4,000 like they do in Manila, because I have a client in Manila which is also using SmartRobie, and they're hitting 4,000, 5,000 inside there. There seems to be, trapped in their house, not able to work out. But at least I'm able to broadcast this from my house, right? You guys can enjoy the good show and continue to support me. Really appreciate all the support that you have. This show wouldn't be without your support and your patronage. Thank you very much. That's why I'm very happy to do this, and also help me to sharpen my skill too. Else, my job is at the end of the day, as I said before, is to help you to look for, fish in many, many ponds. Now, the latest thing I'm going to share with my members is on Bitcoin. I'm looking for Bitcoin pond. Okay, Bitcoin has gone a bit higher, of course. So learning how to trade the charts is definitely better. And again, going back to the same thing, if you're on Asia Poly or you're on Duo Pharma, the stocks are going down. Then you see another pond, maybe the Bitcoin and also the Tesla coins. These are two different coins, are able to go up. So you've seen it enough on my show. Eventually you figure out, why I'm so stupid. I'm still holding on to my Asia Poly, right? Correct, not? That's my point. So again, the awakening has to come, and that doesn't come by just sitting back and listening. Just like riding a bicycle, right? You can't ride bicycle by just looking at people, you really need to do it. And some of the things we address is through our, our masterclass and also our one-day course. And that's what we want to hope to impart to you. Many of our members are making money, myself, and things like that. And if you really want to improve, definitely listen to Zac and Arif, which will come into our program in here too. All right. So, okay, the fees, don't worry about it. Fees, you can talk to later on. Just text Zac, and if you're interested in one of those things. All right, let's move on to what I have for you next. All right, okay, I'll just talk about that one. Something, now this is the QR code. Usually I just show you. If you want to know more about all the screeners and also the test, just watch it. It's only 9 minutes. I'll give you some very good background about sign of weakness and sign of strength in here. And okay, now the focus of 2021, and this is where I really want to, push and really challenge those of you who is listening in here. First one, item number one, of course, the top 2020 trades. What are the lessons learned we can learn from the top 2020 trades? And then number two is the Pentagon trading portfolio strategy. So you can see there, you can go on to the website, or there's a QR code on the right hand side where the back testers, again, this is back testing because I want to prove that, even you're not skillful enough. And we did that last Wednesday, where all our masterclass members, we went through the training and the back testing. Everybody made money really in 2020. Average return is about 53%. So my case, our back testers was 106%. Is because maybe I'm better skilled, right? But those of you who is not skilled, and this is where the chance is about 8.8%. Now going forward 2020, we want to replicate this same thing. And someone did ask, hey, no, Martin, this Pentagon Guider good for Malaysia. I know you show me 106%. How about US market? US is even better, 199% return. So we don't talk about 199 or 200% return, all right, on the scale of 35,000 in here. So we just talk maybe 20%. If you can make 20% of 35,000, which is good enough. And I think that we go through that kind of formal training. Remember, I always talk about the agenda being a trained investor and a trained trader. Many of you just, I got some people come to you, hey, Martin, I've been buying BAT, I got Aeon, I got Public Bank, and they are not doing anywhere else. The dividends are low. What should I do with it? Again, these things I talk about in my show is able to open. Of course, there's a lot of fear, isn't it? No, I'm very happy with my Public Bank, and now you ask me to buy Bitcoin. Hey, very scared lah, very scared, isn't it? Correct. No, I think yes, the fear is all there, but more important, I think that the willingness to try out new things. As I said to some of the members, you got to open up your mind. All right, just like work from home and also COVID-19. We all have adapted very well. Working from home, using Zoom, things like that. In many same ways will be the same. There's a lot of opportunities here 2021, but definitely at different pond. There are fishes over there, just like the Bitcoin pond, the green energy pond, which is the Teslas and things like that, right? Even the other one, remember the CSIQ, which I've talked about to our members. That one already gone up 60% already. And some of my clients, I got it for them. They're quite happy too. All right. So again, ability to open up are important. So this is one of the agenda that I wanted to do to get you guys, sort of test you guys and to push you guys so you're able to accept new things. Of course, there will be fear. No doubt about it, right? But we are here for you, all right? So let's move on to, now this is the item number one. Some of the large, some of the big trades last year, of course, Supermax, Top Glove, again, they're all based on Pentagon. Definitely, you all started to adopt Pentagon as part of your day-in-day decision making. Yes, I want to go in. Yes, I don't want to go in. But some of you may just want to stay back, but that's fine. But I just want to show you some of the results on large cap, which is pretty good. Just is on single trade. Now the portfolio one, then the next one item, still in the same item, is on the small and mid caps. You got the Syntex, you got SL West, right? Okay, we couldn't put more, right? We just want to put some of those top one in here just to showcase to you. Go for quality. Okay, go for quality. Eventually some of your stocks will be up here. All right, and then this is the item number two where we talk about if you have seen the just scan the QR code, but perhaps just want to talk on one slide in here, the 106% return that we done for a portfolio of 35,000. Okay, so you're talking about 70,000. Just look at that. One of the reasons why is because we follow a methodology that you can see you avoided the COVID crash, right? February and March 2020. So with that, your money is not stuck. When the market turned, remember if you look back, right? Some of you have been following me, it actually turned back in April. So in April, you got back in again. So you could see your money is not stuck in during the COVID, then you come back in, and similar right now you can see the KLCI is down, right? So if generally if you follow the Pentagon trading simulation, you shouldn't have the money up there, correct? No? So that's really the message in here. Okay, so again, so for those of you who really want to enhance, some of you did ask me about the fees, Romano, you can just text us a number there, 010266, or just PM me later. There will be our February intake, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. That's our master class that we're doing. We also have one of our members wanted to become intern too. I said, that's okay. You don't need to become intern in our company or under us. Just follow our programs. Make sure you do all the exercises and the challenges that I give to you. Just, try to, do it, and you'll be fine. All right. So, okay, don't forget, tomorrow, 2 p.m., we'll be talking about top trade ideas in 2021. And also, because a lot of you guys also have rubber glove, so I just want to give you an update from the Top Glove investor presentation on the 5th of January, which is only 3 days ago. So this will be included on tomorrow talk at 2 p.m. So we want to do it in a way, in a Zoom session, so you can ask questions. So that's a QR code to register. We have almost close to 500 people. So we're going to decide what we're going to do at after 500 people. But never mind, register first. We'll make sure, if not, we have something for you, probably a summary for you. We want to make sure that you don't miss some of the top trade ideas for 2021 going forward for that one. All right. So last but not least, item number 3, event number 3 will be our value investing course. Again, we are limiting to 5. This is the one that I'll spend more time with you guys. We will be doing the exercise, also looking at the portfolio strategy that we talk about in here. Do register, and then actually this course is almost free lah. In the sense, if you recommend to 4 people to sign up for SmartRobie again, then you will get 800 points, and you can clock it, or you just pay 80 ringgit and pay the top up. All right, I think it's a small fee, but considering the value that we're going to give you, right, together with the top trader, you definitely get a lot more than that one. All right. So again, some of you normally, very fast type, hey, when I'm going to get the Zoom link, just give us some time, between 48 to 72 hours. And it's for next Saturday, 16th of January, definitely for you. So that's all I have for this evening, for today. Thank you for coming in here. So let me just switch back to in here. I usually get one more request, which I'm going to look at your stocks. Last one but not least. Okay, and any more stocks wanting me to look at? Okay. Okay, is okay, Thrive. Let's look at Thrive. Okay, so I want to make sure I'll get it done for you guys. Thrive. Okay, Thrive Global. Okay, now Thrive Global, again, this stocks have been ranging. You have green Pentagon in here, and then red Pentagon seems to be not able to do more, right? The green Pentagon, green. So there's a lot of accumulation in here. It takes some time in here. I think if we just hold above this level, just need to be very careful. Okay. Again, going back to the sector, what sector is Thrive in? Again, back to our KLCI, hasn't been that positive, so this stock's not going to go anywhere. All right, with that, thank you very much. So I hope to see you tomorrow 2 p.m. for our top trade idea for 2021, and we'll talk more. If not sooner, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.